I'd give you guys an update of where we're at on this swap. Clutch master is in. You can see here, I gotta mount the reservoir. It's kind of just there. I gotta route some wiring a little better, but that is now in. The slave's in, clutch pedal's in, feels good. I'll go through some of that. 3 pedals now, A-okay with me. So there's the upper pin. The provisions are already there in the whole steering column assembly or mounting bracket, whatever you pedal assembly bracket, whatever you want to call it. So there's a pin. I went in from the farthest direction over here, and I brought the pin in this way. And then I put the master in. Now, if you look back here, see the clutch switch interlock has a connector already in the truck, even though it's an auto. Doesn't do anything. I don't know if it's a programming thing. I did ask Dirty Diesel, or sorry, CCS, the guys that do the tuning for it. I haven't got an email back because I sent that late Friday. Those guys are always on the ball. If you want great service, they're the guys to talk to. So the transmission's in. The clutch, the clutch went in good. I did to the flywheel housing. I thought that was a good idea, or adapter plate. And then, so with this cutout, I made a template, and I tried to get away with the template being smaller, and just how the boots work, it was not possible. So I had to essentially cut it a little deeper here than I would have preferred to, but the first boot that kind of tucks around the shift tower requires it. So in the other videos you saw the nut certs going. I'd rather that than self tappers. That's just personal preference. And then the old pool cue ball shift knob is a favorite of mine on manuals. So I don't know, it doesn't match anything in here, but feels good. I don't have the jump seat. I couldn't find one. I did end up cutting my console down. I got to clean it up a little bit, and I'm gonna see how I can make that work. I run the rubber floor mats, so I have some brand new carpet ones, so I might put a piece of carpet over here to get rid of that look there. I don't know yet. That's minor versus getting her driving again. Yeah, so that's kind of where the interior's at. I do have the new panels here for that without the auto provisions. One thing I did do is, before I pulled everything apart, is I tuned it, and I had to leave this connector, come back here, I had to leave this connector plugged in. It didn't want to key on, key off properly with that unplugged. It just was searching for parks, so it flashed and didn't like it. So I thought, you know what, let's get her tuned up before ripping and tearing and going, oh shoot, this isn't gonna work. The def tank, that yeah, that's not going back in. Okay, so I want to talk about where we're at underneath and a couple things that I found during the swap. I have a bit of footage going in, not a lot. I was more focused on just doing the work than videoing. Besides, I'm amateur at best at that. So one thing I do want to note is this upper bracket here. This guy here. This is from the G56. This bracket here is from the 68 RFE. The manual is very much the same, but if you see that stud and that stud, I'll point them out. This stud here and this stud here, I believe in the 68 it's an M12. In the 68, yeah, I think it's an M12. In the G56, I think it's an M10. So these holes on this bracket that I painted silver, they wouldn't go in. So I use the reamer and I just open the holes a little bit and a little deburring tool, just to make them just a little bit bigger. And yeah, so the big thing is getting the wiring done now. Everything went good as far as the transfer case going in. It is an automatic transfer case, lined right up. And one thing is the transcooler lines. Hello. Yeah, that's not going to stay in. I'm going to pull those out maybe at a later date. I might just plug them off and run it just to drive the truck, see how it reacts. So this is the fun stuff, is the wiring and all that I got going on here. I'm going to get this queued up to be real nice and organized, secured properly and cleaned up. I want to get some plugs for this. I know they make some for the after treatment, but yeah, I'd shrink tube and a fingertip glove, or glove fingertip isn't going to cut it. I don't like that as well. So, but yeah, I got a couple things I want to clean up in here. Find before this went up here. On the flywheel housing or adapter plate for the 68, they have stiffener plates up there. I can't point and use the light at the same time. There's an upper one, there's two lower ones on each side. But yeah, as far as the actual swap went so far, everything I'm pretty happy with. It's I was a little worried about leaving the 5-inch exhaust on when I put the tranny in, but I said, too bad, I'm gonna let her eat. And I let it do its thing, and I was able to get it in. Yeah, I'll give you another progress update on some of the wiring once I figure out where we're going and what we're doing with that. But thanks for riding along.